again, as the capture card was just having a slight gremlin. But yeah, as I said, we're in Monza tonight, just waiting for, I think, one person to turn up, and then we've got a commentator who's going to be jumping in. That's Wybenate. He's going to be jumping in around about a couple of minutes' time. He'll jump into spectate mode. I'll give you a quick rundown of the drivers tonight anyway, because we do have an excellent grid tonight. Just to give you a quick rundown, we've got Towley, Sniper, Lou coming up to Division 1 for tonight, Jimmo, Syke Zaney, Ralph, AJ, Bingley, Skillen, Johnny B, oh mama, Ben Prime having a run out in Division 1 tonight, Dizzy Barracuda, Fresh LP, we haven't seen him for a while, good to see Fresh back, Cookie Chip, JDP Apex, K77 Twat, Bob the Builder. Poz is now in, so we do actually have our full runner. So that's we're just waiting for Poz to jump into his car. That's all now done, so we can just about ready to go racing. I think, and I say it's going to be an absolute classic tonight. We are in Monza, Italy. Okay, this is the culmination of the racing weekend. We've already seen, we saw a classic race on Thursday night. We saw a really, well, I don't know what the right word is, discombobulated race the last Friday because of all the gremlins that are in the lobbies. We had restarts, we had desync lobbies, we had oh my god, all kinds of things happening, but we did eventually get a race done, and what an absolutely insane, I don't know what the right word to describe it was, a complete potpourri clusterfuck of action, crashes, some indisciplined driving and some absolutely amazing driving. It had everything. It was just an incredible race, it really was. So the bar has been set. Alright, the bar has been set now. What can the Division 1 superstars do tonight? We all know just how good these guys are. They are the elite of Xbox racers, and can they put on the show? I think the answer to that is a resounding yes. But as I say, we're just waiting for the guys to ready up, and then we'll get cracking. I'm going to whack up some league tables. Just give me 2 seconds. I've got a message from Wybenate, blah blah blah, just trying to get the kids to settle. We'll try and get in before the race starts. Okay, that's fine, thanks Jack. And let's get some league tables up for you guys so you can have a look and see what's going on. So we're just waiting for the lobby to ready up. I've got to scroll down quite a bit on the page. I think that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, there we go. Right, give me 2 secs and I'm just going to get the league tables up for you, just to let you know where we're standing. There we go. That's the current league table. Syke Zaney in the lead at 252, Bingley 241. What a battle between those two. A bit of a gap then down to third place. Towley, he's on 167, but yeah, Towley has been scoring very consistently recently. Cooking Chip on 118, AJ on 85, but we're just about to go live, just pressing the magic button to get the old satellite link up and running to Italy. Of course, just running a couple of minutes late tonight because, of course, we had the Mexican Grand Prix over in the other F1, you know, the one that they actually race the real cars. Not as good as us, of course, but, you know. And not to give them any spoilers, but Robert Kubica extended his run of not winning a Grand Prix. It's been extended now to about 1,364 Grand Prix, so that's how long it's been. So, anyways. But, yes, we're about to go live to Italy. So without further ado, let's get the action on the screen. I'm just waiting for the last couple of guys to ready up, and then we will be there. Full qualified tonight, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, and I will run down the grid again before they go out on track. And as I say, it should be an absolute belting race tonight. This is the one I've been looking forward to. I think of all the races, it's my favourite track on the calendar. It's the iconic track. Some people call it the home of Grand Prix. If you're not if you don't live in England, that is, you know, is it the home of Grand Prix? You know. But here we go, and we're going live now to Italy. Press the magic button, and bam! Up comes live feed from the pit lane. Let's get some telemetry up and running. We do have some gay sound. Woohoo! Things are looking good tonight. Watch me get booted now from the session. Alrighty. And we're just going to wait for the guys to run out. We'll just give you a quick rundown of the drivers again. It's Fresh LP, Jimmo, Bingley, Skillen, Dizzy Barracuda, JDP Apex, Abase, Ralph, Towley, AJ, Bob the Builder, Sniper, Poz, Johnny B, oh mama, discreetly, Ben Prime, Syke Zaney, K77 Matt. I'm not going to call you a twat this time, I'll just call you Matt. And of course Cookie Chip. And we have Abase also tonight jumps in as a guest appearance. He jumps into the Alfa Romeo. Ben Prime is going to be in the Red Bull by the looks. Is that a Red Bull? Yeah, I think it's the Red Bull by the looks of it. And Bob the Builder's in the Merc. So there we have it, and we're just going to wait for somebody to come out and actually do a lap. Hopefully they'll be out very shortly. Full qualifiers, as I say, so the bottom 4 drivers will be eliminated from the rest of qualifying. So let me just get that off that screen there. I'll install. Wait to hear from live minute. Right, okay, yep, cool. Alrighty. So let's have a quick look. We've got a few people in chat. Gaffney is there. Good evening, Gaffney. Pop, Jackie Cole Posse, of course. Big Harry Jock, good evening to you. Towlix and Psychoros are in there as well. Welcome all. Looks like we've got a car coming out. That looks like it could be a Renault. We'll just wait to see who hits outlap first on the telemetry. It's Cookie Chip. Oh, okay. Let's jump on board with Cookie as he comes through Rataphilia on his outlap. Hopefully the game sounds okay. It sounds a bit quiet in my ear, but I'll turn the volume up a little bit as well. That might help a little bit. Alrighty, let's go on to TV pod mode as we watch Cookie Chip. He's come through the Curva Grande, just getting his tyres and his brakes warmed up here through the chicane up towards Lesmo 1. Good evening, Bish. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. How are you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Who have you got your money on tonight, Rich? This Cookie Chip comes through Lesmo 2, or Lesbo 2 as we call it. Of course, a lot of the tracks around on the circuit have sexual connotations to us because we're filthy-minded racers. Comms check. Right, okay, so Cookie Chip even comes down towards Parabolica, also known as a Parabolics, to come to the start finish line and start his first flyer. Let's see what how he gets on. Of course, in the God car, the constructors winners, I still think at the moment, although Toro Rosso are giving us a bit of a battle this season. So Cookie Chip flat out 219 miles an hour, hard on the brakes into Rataphilia chicane. Nicely through there, no problems there. Gets on the power nice and early, full throttle all the way through to the Curva Grande. And she hits now, because that will be an overtaking spot during the race as well. Again, absolutely flat out. Then another heavy braking zone into the second chicane. Nice and confident through there. Just uses the curb there, but doesn't run wide enough, so it doesn't touch the grass, which is always good. Through Lesmo 1, just using the curb again, hitting the outside. Then make sure he hits the apex here of Lesmo 2, safely through there. Again, gets down the power early, uses that extra little bit of runoff there, avoiding the gravel. DRS open as he comes absolutely flying down towards the Ascari bends. Let's see how he takes this. Using that inner curb. Okay, doesn't use all the curb there, but still nice and tidy through Ascari. So he comes down the back straight now to Parabolica. Let's see what sort of time he can set. I imagine it'd be around about 1 minute 20, maybe a tad faster possibly. Again, gets on the power nice and early through Parabolica, absolutely flat out now. Start finish straight, and it's a 1:20.027, so a tidy lap indeed there. DC Barracuda's in sector 2. A base is now coming around Parabolica. I don't know who Dole Peak 21 is. Whoever it is needs to get out. And a base nice and tidy, 1:20.6. Matt goes quicker than 1:20.2. Dizzy's coming through towards Parabolics. Okay, we'll jump on board with Dizzy. Rich is in the chat. I'm doing good. I think Bingers has got this, even though I'm hoping for Mercedes to do well. Yeah, Bingers has been very, very consistent. Sykes going to take some stopping tonight, though, ladies and gents. He is going to be extremely rapid in that Toro Rosso tonight, one of his favourite tracks. Here comes Dizzy. He sets a 1:20.3, nice and tidy. I think we've got Sniper. Jump on board a Sniper and a Renault. Sniper, though he hasn't been scoring that many points in recent races, he has actually been driving pretty well. Some very good defensive drives over the last few weeks, which is good to see. And let's see what Sniper can do in his first flight. It's a 1:21.058. And then we've got Bob the Builder coming through Ascari. It does have a car in front. I think that could be a car on an outlap. In fact, there could be two cars on an outlap. In fact, that's Cookie on his warm down lap. I'll just keep an eye on timing screen. So there was a car in front of Bob. I don't know if that was an outlap. Yeah. Okay, Bob comes across the line. This is looking pretty tidy at a 120.4. Moves him up to 4th place, ladies and gents. Fresh is now coming down the back straight towards Parabolica. That was, I think it was a base just getting out of the way there on his warm down lap. Fresh in the Renault. And he sets a 121.2. Let's watch Johnny Bright. I think, was Johnny the first lead car, or was that Jimmo? It's Jimmo. Sorry, I had a big sneeze then. Jimmo comes through Curva Grande up towards the second chicane. Up towards Lesmo 1. Let's see what we can do for you there. Lesmo 2, nice and tidy, just uses a little bit of runoff there. Gets a DRS and not open, so this might not be a flyer. He is actually using overtake mode, but he hasn't activated the DRS, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, the top 15 go through into Q2, runs a little bit wide. I wonder if that's been invalidated. He did run pretty wide there. Yellow's in sector 2. I think that might have been a car possibly getting out of the way. We'll jump back on that shortly. Let's see what sort of time Jimmo can set. He's actually set a 120.1. That was without. That's a very good time considering he didn't activate the DRS down the back straight. Bingley's got Pos in front of him, and it's Ralph. And so we'll do Ralph first, round Parabolics, and then Pos, Bingley, and Towley. Let's see what Ralph can do. Of course, his brother's just gone through the quick time, and Ralph matches it with a 120, just at 5/100ths of a second between those two guys. Wow, that's some serious pace there. Here comes Pos around Parabolica. He's got Bingers right behind him. Pos with a steady 120.7. Bingers meanwhile 120.3. Where's Towley? Towley's coming into the pits. Discreetly he's coming through sector 2. Ben Prime's back across the line. 120.4 for Ben Prime, puts him in 9th. JDP Apex 120.091 puts him into 3rd place. An outstanding lap there. Back on board with Discreetly as he comes to Ascari. Yellow flags, that's just a car getting out of the way, as you can see. That's Bob the Builder's car. Oh, now Discreetly lifted off there. I wonder why. He's going to go for another. Yep, he's harvesting. He's going to go for another lap, or he might even be pitting. But already we've seen. If you can see that, ladies and gents, just what 3? Oh, blimey! Let's have a look at that. 4 tenths covering the top 10 so far. Very, very close. Discreetly just finally activated the DRS there. I think this lap's been compromised already, to be honest. We will stay on board, but I wonder if he might be pitting. Yeah, he's not using He's not using any ERS at the moment. So we've got Skillen, I think, is out on track at the moment. Let's have a look at Skillen. Fastest so far, 119.9. Setting the pace. Very, very good lap there from Skillen. Let's have a quick look. Dizzy Barracuda's still got a set of lap as he comes through sector 1. We'll jump on board with Dizzy. I think his last lap was invalidated. Towley's come back out again, as has Fresh LP on an outlet, as has Matt. So quick run down at the moment. We've got Skillen with a 119.9, Cookie 120.0, Sykes-Zini 120.063, and JDP Apex 120.09. Just a couple 100s covering the top 4. We've got Jimmo, Johnny B, and Ralph literally a hair's breadth behind. So it is very, very tight so far at the front as Dizzy comes through Lesmo 2. Takes that nice and steady, gets the DRS activated straight away as he powers down the straight towards the Ascari bends. Let's look at his line through here. Using that, or using a lot of that curb. Yes, and the other curb. That's a good entrance and a good exit there from Ascari. Running on overtake mode, DRS mode 4, powering down the back straight, 210 miles an hour into Parabolica. looks a pretty tidy lap from Dizzy, to be fair. About low 1 minute 20. Yeah, 120.2, 8th. But that's an amazingly fast lap. It's only good enough for 8th place at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. That just shows how fast these guys are. Right, Towley, I think... Oh no, did I see somebody else go in front? Yeah, we'll jump on board and Matt. And then we'll go to Towley after that. Let's see what Matt can do as he comes down towards Curva Grande. Taking an inside line down there, nice and smooth. Just a slight turn of the wheel to the right just to hold the race in line. A couple tenths up in his previous time already as he comes into the second chicane. Just perhaps a little bit deep into that first part of the chicane there, up towards Lesmo 1. Using the curb there, Lesmo 2 wants to tuck in nice and early, then let the car drift out onto that curb. That was nicely done. DRS activated. As he powers down towards Ascari, there's another car in front of him. 5 tenths up as Matt already. This is looking like a sub 1 minute 20 lap, ladies and gentlemen. This could be, yeah, nicely through Ascari. This could be the quickest lap of the race so far. Or I should say of qualifying so far. Sector 3s, that's yellow, then Sector 3, somebody get out of the way. As Matt comes through Parabolica, nice and tidy through there. This is looking a mighty lap. 19.6, fastest we've seen so far. Brilliant lap there. And I think Tally was next. Coming round Parabolica. 20.018 takes all 017. It's just been rounded down. Takes him to 3rd place. Good lap there from Towley. Fresh comes into the pits. So let's have a quick. I want to have a quick look down to see who's out. Yeah, I think it does that. Oh, I got Syke about to start his out lap. Poz says he can't believe he fell asleep. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Of course, Syke, our championship leader, comes in towards the Ratifilia chicane, nicely through it there. It gets down, gets on the power nice and early. I'm just looking down the timing screen there, ladies and gents. That is insanely competitive. From 2nd down to 14th, it's less than half a second. Less than half a second. Wow. We'll have a look at Syke's split time shortly. It comes up the Sector 2 split time just before Ascari. Yeah, 2 tenths up on that time, so this will get him, if he has a good Sector 3, will get him close to Matt. Oh, very aggressive use of the curbs there, but night, and that was well done. Posters in the chat. I had a dream about a new chocolate bar Oreo, the one with the Cadbury on the outside. Must admit, mate, I'm not an Oreo fan. It's the, I don't like the fondant bit in the middle, you know, the white stuff. It reminds me of jizz too much. It's disgusting. I like a good old traditional bit of Galaxy. Right, Syke crosses the line with a 1:19.7. It's the 3rd fastest time. Bingley, by the way, goes quicker than 1:19.6. Just watching Bob through Ascari. Yeah, I like the old, like a nice bit of Galaxy. I'm also a bit partial to Maltesers, mate. I do like the Maltesers. I don't know if anybody else in the chat is a chocolate fan, but Maltesers are just fucking awesome. This is looking pretty quick from Bob the Builder. It is quick. It's a 19.7. Puts him into 3rd place. Look how tight is the top. It's 10th covering the top 4 cars, ladies and gents. Really showing their pace. Here comes Lou coming through Parabolica. He is slightly up on his first lap time. He's on the cusp at the moment. 1:20.6 at the moment is the cut-off. I think it's going to get quicker than that before we're done. He does go quicker at 1:20.3. Puts him into 13th place. That might still not be safe. Sniper is going to go again. He's at the moment he is in the drop zone with the 1:20.9. AJ is yet to set a lap. We'll stay on board with Sniper. Man, must apologise. Actually, I've got like a bit of an infection in my eye. Looks like I've done 10 rounds with Mike Tyson. I've been taking a right, itching like hell. I'm trying not. Desperately try not to touch it, but it's blurring up. I can't see very well. Oh, Sniper's made a mistake there. Going into Lesmo 2, got it wrong. They went too deep. That's compromised his lap, so he's not going to go any quicker. Poz is going through the Lesmos. Ben Prime is behind him, so we'll jump on board with Poz as he comes down towards Ascari. Needs to get a good lap here. He's in the drop zone at the moment. I think the drop zone could be about a 1 minute 20.2 here, because these guys are insanely, insanely fast. Oh, Poz not quite getting the optimum line, but still didn't lose too much time, but didn't quite get the optimum line. He needs to really have an outstanding parabolic. It doesn't help there's a car getting out of the way. Let's see what Poz can do. The cut-off, don't forget, it's 20.4. That's what he's looking at. It's going to be close. He might just be there, actually. Yes, he gets into 13th place. That puts Ben Prime in a drop. Ben Prime coming down now towards Parabolica. Needs to find a couple of tenths, perhaps from something to be safe. This also, though, is looking pretty damn decent. Is it enough? Yes, it is. He just squeezes ahead of Poz, which puts discreetly into the drop zones. It's Sniper and Fresh. Oh, I think Fresh is cooked here. I don't think he's going to get back in time. Let's look at the split time. Oh, I don't know. He's a couple tenths up, but he's got to find a lot of time. He was almost a second down. Sniper is out, unless he can get down. You need to harvest though, surely, if he's going to get down. Dizzy, I think, is safely through, so it's all down on Fresh as he comes down towards Ascari. He's 4 tenths up, which puts him on a 1:20.7, which again is not quite enough. He needs to have a really good final sector if he's going to get himself into Q2. He will get a little bit of a toe off that car in front. So he comes down to Parabolica, needs to nail this. Let's see what he can do. The cut-off time is a 20.3. Can he get inside that? It's going to be just outside. He does improve, but it's not good enough. Fresh, although I don't think he can go again, so it's down discreetly. Coming through sector 2. His first sector was about half a tenth up. So we'll stay on board with discreetly as he comes down. DRS open towards Ascari. We'll have a look at this split time. He needs to be about a couple tenths up. Oh, he's 1 tenth up. He is right on the cusp, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he needs to fight. Yeah, he needs to have just a good last sector. And this could just get him ahead of Poz. A base is out. Fresh is out. Sniper is out. It's all down to this corner. Can discreetly get himself up into Q2. Will he drop Poz down? He's got a good line through there. This is looking tight, and he's made it! But no, it's invalidated! Oh no, he set an absolutely stonking lap into the 19s, but it is invalidated. So Poz gets through to Q2. A base discreetly, Fresh LP and Sniper will be missing out. Wow. Jackie Cole, good evening, welcome. Jackie's there, he's there watching it with the posse. Good man. Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. Now the question is there the good old Twitch time lag? Is discreetly actually going again? No, surely not. He's got no DRS. I think it's going to be all in vain here, ladies and gentlemen. Matt, by the way, showing the way forwards the 1:19.6. Now look at that, ladies and gents. The top 8 all sub 1 minute 20. That's showing some serious pace. That's showing us how it's done. Was hoping to get Wyvernator in, but he hasn't turned up yet. So looks like I could be on my own in the old commentary box. There we go, ladies and gents. That's qualifying over. Poz says, but the chocolate dream was so nice. The missus had a go at him about getting chocolate on the sofa. Are you sure it was chocolate? He didn't actually have a rectal accident on the sofa, Poz. You know, a squirty one. You never know. Just say. Alright, that's Q1 done and dusted. So through the fastest in Q1 was Matt. AJ, second fastest. Bingley, third. Then we got Bob, Cycling Zany, Johnny Bravo, Ralph, Max, Towley, Cookie Chip, Jimmo. In fact, well, I mean, look at the timing screens. You can see it for yourselves, like half a second covering the top 13 cars. Apex 12th, Dizzy 13th, Ben Prime 14th, and Pos 15th. And just to show, a base missed out on qualifying, getting through the Q2, ladies and gentlemen. And he's 87 tenths off the leader's pace. That is quite phenomenal, just how tight it is on sheer one lap pace between these guys. So we're about to start Q2. Good evening, Jilku. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Nice to see you in the old chat. Alright, we're going to do something different. Let's have your predictions for the 5 guys who are going to drop out of Q2, ladies and gents. Okay. So pop down the chat the people that you least think are going to be in Q3. Pos defo. You never know, mate. You never know. Okay, so we've got a car. I think Syke is the lead car. He's opting for the hard compound tyre, so we'll jump on board with Syke. He's on the beers. Good man. What type of beer? Is it lager? Is it pale ale? Is it dark ale? Or is it a pint of, I don't know, pint of vodka or something? What the hell? Nightbot is having a bit of a fit. Oh, Syke spun. Syke has spun. Wow. That's something you don't see every day. Right, Cookie's got a car in front of him. Pos is actually will jump on board. I have no idea what happened there. You've got a warning from the Nightbot, Rich. I don't know. What did you do? What did you do in the chat? You've broken my chat, have you? We'll just jump on board with Pos as he comes down for his outlap. Yeah, stop spamming, Rich. I'll chat ban you. Alright, Pos is just going through Parabolica, about to start his first flying lap. Comes through Rataphilia. Oh, Discreetly's left the session. Oh, here we go. It's Codemasters. It's starting to kick people out of the lobbies again. Whee! That's just what we'd like to see. Jesus Christ. As Pulse comes through Curva Grande towards the end of Sector 1. I've not got the lap data up. There we go. That's better. Already, Apex is out on. Actually, where is Apex? Just give me 2 seconds, man. I want to see where Apex is. Okay. He is behind Pos. Apex has decided to go for the hard compound tyre. Should be a straight one stop of weather permitting tonight, ladies and gents. This Pos comes up to Ascari. That's again just not quite using that inside curb. I'm just wondering if that's been invalidated. It did run pretty wide there, but it does let you get away with a bit. Yeah. Let's see what happens as he comes up to Parabolica. Let's see if it does hold legit time. Dan Purnell's good evening, son. Pos sets a 1:21.2 on the mediums. That's pretty tidy, actually, to be fair. Right, who else is out and about on track at the moment? Johnny B's on an outlap. We'll jump on board as Syke. I'm doing splendid, dude. Apart from the eye infection, mate, I'm doing absolutely outstanding. Looking forward to a really good race for these guys tonight. They're going to show us how it's all done. Yeah, that one. It's Jap's eye. Pink Jap's eye, mate. Right. Let's see what Syke can do. Cookie Chip went through the 1:21.8 on the hards. Apex 1:21.3 on the hards. Oh, Syke, bit of a wobble there, going for Ascari. Yeah, you were one stroppy bugger in the chat in the chat on Friday, Dan. I was thinking about chat banning you, mate. You know what I mean? Just kidding. I know Friday was a very frustrating experience for just about everybody, mate. It was freaking horrible. Cycle through the 121.4 on the hards. Tidy lap. Bingers is out in... Bingers out in the softs, actually. It's quite unusual. Where's Johnny B? Oh, Cookie Chips retired from session. He's binned it, I think. Let's have a quick look at the race directory. Ooh, Cookie's dead. Not good for the Alfa Romeo team. We'll jump back on board of Bingers. Dancers and oh, there's Cookie's car. Ascari did him. Dancers in the chat. Yeah, man. Just gets to you. Had a shit day, bro. And it just tipped me over the edge. Sorry for being a miserable twat. Well, it makes a change from just being a twat, Dan, to be fair, so fair play. Right, Bingers is about to go now, actually, so do we stay on board of Bingers or do we give somebody else some airtime? Because he wasted my time down that lap. Skillen's in sector 2. Yeah, let's jump on board of Dizzy and then Skillen. Johnny B goes fastest, the 120.9, the mediums and the Williams. Good lap there from Johnny B, showing some good pace. He has been on the pace last couple of races, hasn't necessarily got the points, but he's certainly been on the pace. Oh man, here comes Dizzy Barracuda through Parabolica on the medium compounds. Let's see what he can do. It's a 120.9, fastest we've seen so far. Then it's on board to... Where's Skillen gone? There's Skillen. Not looking especially quick, to be honest. He might be going in again. Jimmo's coming around Parabolica for his first fly on the mediums. And that's fastest 20.6 so far. Excellent lap there from Jimmo. And here comes Ralph, his brother, in the sister McLaren. The 120.8, 1 and 2. McLaren 1 and 2 at the moment. That's something we haven't seen for a number of years. Oh, Matt's coming down through there. Bob the Builder in the Merc. In fact, Bob's going to get ready for a warm-up lap because he's on running ERS mode 0. So Matt, our pace setter in qualifying 1, what can he do? Yeah, a couple of people have said that, Dan. I'm going to have a look at that. I think I did download it. That's Outer Worlds for anybody else who hasn't heard of it. It's supposed to be the big thing at the moment. 120.5, Matt, fastest in Q2. Excellent lap. Psych. Is Psych still pushing? Yeah, we'll jump on board with Psych. I think he's still pushing. I will come on PUBG with you at some stage, Dan, on the old PC. It's just that I'm not very good at the old keyboard and mouse, but I need to learn. So I'll come on sometime, give you a game. Alright, what can Psych do? He's coming to the pits, is he? Yes, he is. Right, okay, we'll forget that. Towley's out and about at the moment. Sector 1 on the mediums. He's got a car in front. Is that a Haas in front of him? Yeah, it's Matt getting out of the way. Yeah, that'd be pretty good, dude. I know you've been playing a bit with Scotty, haven't you, on PUBG? Well, I've got Apex as well on PC, so I wouldn't mind giving that a game because I like the old fast-paced shooters. And I might be getting Modern Warfare on PC simply because it's that much cheaper than its Xbox counterpart. Like 27 quid you can pick it up for, believe it or not. Right, Tally comes for Ascari. Bit of a deep line there, but I think he's back end just trying to step out on the curb, but I think he's okay. Oh, Dan, is that 120.6 from Towley? Good lap there. Yeah, when you say cross-platform, does that mean you can, if you buy one, you can play it on the other console, or it's just purely you play against PC and Xbox gamers? Because if you buy it on the Xbox and they automatically allows you to install on the PC, then I'll buy the Xbox version. But I just need some confirmation on that. Right, we've got a few guys on outlap. Sykes on an outlap. He's come back out in the mediums. Obviously, he's right on the cusp at the moment. The 21.4. We're still waiting for AJ. So AJ's going to be the lead car. Then it's going to be Bob the Builder. Oh, right, PC and PS4 play together. I believe that the PS4 players got some extra kit, didn't they? Got like an extra DLC or something? Or Spec Ops or something? I could be wrong on that. I'm sure I read something about it. Alright, well, on board with AJ comes through Cover Grande. So I've got the split time. 26-1. Oh, did he touch the gravel there? I think he just about got away with that. Comes through Lesmo 1. Got yellows in sector 3. I think that's just a slow car, possibly. Through Lesmo 2, nice and safely. DRS activated. Full throttle now, getting up to about 210 miles an hour, maybe a bit faster than that Ferrari. Yeah, look at that, maxes out about 214. Wow. Nice tight line through Ascari, that's nicely done. This looks like it could be a very quick lap from AJ. Showed good pace in Q1. Nice tight line, parabolic allows him to get on the power nice and early. This is looking a pretty damn good time. It's a 1:20.7 fourth place for AJ. Then I think it's Bob the Builder is next. Bob's coming into the pits. He's going to switch over tyres. Ben Prime comes flying down the back straight towards Parabolica. Let's see what sort of time. Doesn't look particularly quick from Ben, to be fair. It's a 1:20.6. Puts him to 12th. Sykes out on the mediums, 4/10 up in his previous time. He needs to find some time because he, I think if he's found 4/10 now, should be looking, I would reckon, for a high 120s. Let's see what he can do. Yellows in sector 1, I think it's just, again, just a slow car getting out of the way. Bingers goes fastest one, 20.1, that's set the benchmark, very quick lap. This is looking pretty tasty from Syke as well. So 1:20.3, second fastest. Found a lot of time in that final sector. Who have we got on track at the moment? What's Ben Prime doing? Ben Prime is on a warm down lap. Apex and Skillen are on out laps. So I've look at Johnny B. I think he's on the flyer. We'll watch Johnny B. At the moment, Skillen is on the cusp of the 1:21.0, so that's the cut-off point at the moment, ladies and gents. Pos will need to find a little bit of time, but he's pretty close, so it would be quite quietly confident, I think, of finding that bit of extra time in the second run, because the track is rubbering in, so there'll be a bit more grip available. Johnny B matching his previous lap. Lord's a little bit hesitant there, ran a little bit too deep there into the second, well, the final part of the Ascari. That's going to cost him maybe a tenth or two. Let's see what he can do. It is a 1:21.9. Doesn't improve. AJ's retired from session. He's confident his 1:20.7 is good enough. Good evening, Kai. How you doing, buddy? Well, welcome to the chat. Apex is out and about at the moment. Apex currently sat in 12th at the moment. His first sector's good, 2/10 up. Needs to find about 3/10 overall. Oh, Bingley and Syke have had they've had a coming together. 5-place grid penalty for Bingley. Wow. Well, that has just thrown the race completely up in the air. Tally's retired from the session, 1:20.6. Of course, Cookie's gone already, so it's 4 more guys to miss out on qualifying. Jimmo's retired from the session, so those guys are confident that their time is going to be enough. Ben Prime's binned it. I think he has genuinely binned it. I will check the race directory after this lap. Let's see what Apex can do. Nice tight line to Parabolic. Oh, did he go a bit too tight there? Yeah, not going to be good enough this lap. He is going to have to go again, which he is doing. I think Pos has made a tactical decision. He's going to go for fresh tyres. Bob's out in Sector 1. We'll jump on board with Bob. Telfie! Hello, Telfie, how are you doing? These streams have kept me entertained all weekend. All the races have been really close. Absolutely, they have been thrilling races, mate. I mean, obviously you saw Fridays. Fridays was just mental. It had that. It had everything. It had disaster, but it had glory as well at the same time. It was an amazing race. Dan's going to get a beer. Doesn't feel right without one watching the stream. Iron Son, drink responsibly. I think that could be it for Bob. He made a mistake in Lesbo 2 there. Just caught that. Yeah, I think Bob is cooked. We'll stay on board with Bob. Where is... Apex is just behind him. Oh, let's get on the right car. Might help. Yeah, Bob's out. I think he's going to box the car, so we'll jump on board with Apex. Can Bob get him, Apex get him 12.3s? 5/10 up. This is looking good. We know Apex is a quick driver. This should get him through, and it does. Moves up to 6th place, but again, it's very, very competitive, ladies and gents. But that is Q2 done and dusted. Bob, Cookie Chip, Ben, Poz, and Johnny B miss out, but not by much. Johnny B set a 120.9 and that on the mediums, and that is not good enough to get into Q3. Wow, that's sensational. Thoughts are with you, Telfie, but that is very, very good news in terms of the prognosis that we heard from a few days ago. Best wishes, mate. As Syke said, I couldn't say any better. Stay strong. Absolutely. Sending good thoughts to you and your family. Alright, stick with us, dude. Hopefully we'll keep you entertained. Get a smile on your face as only RRF1 can. But yeah, all our thoughts are with you, dude. Alright, all the very, very best. So that's Q2 done and dusted. Bingley has got a 5th-place grid penalty, so the best he will be able to start will be, from Mass's right, is it 6th place? Oh, my maths is terrible. Syke, Matt, Towley, Jimmo, Apex, Dizzy Barracuda, AJ, Skillen and Ralph all safely through to Q3. I'm trying to think who misses out now. Poz. Oh man, I've forgotten already. Poz, Johnny Bravo. Somebody else, and Bob the Builder. I think. That's your top 10 shootout, ladies and gents. We've got Jimmo, Bingers, Max, or Skillen, Dizzy Barracuda, Apex, Ralph, Towley, AJ, Syke, Zany, and Matt. Now, I don't know the weather forecast, but it's looking a bit cloudy out there. That's not an omen for the race, is it at all? Absolutely. I tell you what, guys. Give me 2 secs. I just got to find something a minute. Bear with me. Oh, I can't find it. So I'll be with there 2 seconds. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's for you, Telfie. Stay strong. Some firm handshakes in the chat for you, dude. I want to find out who the lead car is. That's Johnny. That's Jim. He does have a car in front of him. Right, Bingers will jump on board, starting to start his fly. I think he's the lead car. Bingers in the pink No Point Racing car. Let's see what he can do. It comes down towards Rataphilia, flat out, then really hard on the brakes. Oh, I'm missing a little bit of telemetry there, I just noticed. There we go. I'll put that in there just before Kai tells me off for not putting the telemetry on. Sorry, Kai. Bingley through the Cover Grande. 25.7 in the first sector. Pretty tidy. Oh, look at that light. Really aggressive there through that second chicane. Really, really aggressive. Biggers comes down towards Ascari. Split time 52.3. Let's watch his line through. Look how aggressive Bingers is through Ascari. Absolutely flat out, throttling all the way through there. The lift off to for the entrance to Ascari, and then powered down all the way through. This is looking a mighty, mighty lap. Could he even break into the 18s here? Maybe even the 17s, dare I say it. I'd say probably more like the 18s. It's a mighty lap though. It is at 80. Oh, 19.006, just outside. Skillen with a 20.0. Sykes only a 19.4 from Syke. 4/10 down on Bingley. Bingley, of course, does have that. Oh, Jimmo's one wide there. I don't know if it's going to allow him to get away with that. Let's have a little look. Now he's coming to the pits. Dizzy comes around Parabolica. What a lap by Bingley, 19 flat. And of course, he won't be starting in first. 19.6 from Dizzy, tied up. 19.6 also from Tally, just 8/1000ths of a second. Ralph goes through the 1:19.7. Where's Apex? AJ. Matt comes round. Parabolica. Matt, of course, showing some good pace in both Q1 and Q2. What can he do? He can't get anywhere near that 19.0, can he? Still a good lap. 19.49. Puts him into third. Apex goes fourth fastest. Where's AJ? Jump on board with AJ. Yeah, Kai, that lap was sensational, but of course he is carrying that 5th-place grid penalty, so he's not going to start at the front regardless. Not sure what happened with Syke, whether it was a genuine racing incident or whether they were just playing silly buggers like they do occasionally do, it has to be said, and he came with the worst off, I don't know. Anyway, AJ, though, has also been shown some good pace. They will be getting a little bit of a toe off that car in front. He comes down towards Ascari with DRS. Split time's 52.6. I tell you what, this is matching Bingley for a split time. This is looking mighty from AJ. He's picking up a nice toe there. I think that could be his sister. Is that the sister? No, what, is that the Ferrari in front? The Towley? AJ in 19.6 puts him into 5th place. Yeah, he was getting a toe there off. Oh man, ow. Like all the pits. What was what for, Kai? Oh, you mean the grid penalty? Yeah, he had an incident with Syke. Didn't catch it on stream. It just come up on the screen and check the directory. There was a contact with Syke, and I don't know whether they were just hijinks or whether it was a genuine error or something. But he got a grid penalty, so he'll be starting. The best he'll be starting the 6th. But looking at that time, that's exactly where he'll be starting. And even though he'll be on the 3rd row, he is going to be fighting for a win tonight with that kind of 1-lap pace. Whoa. Okay, we're just waiting for the cars to come out for the second run. AJ's on his warm-down lap at the moment. We should be seeing some cars coming out in around about a couple of minutes' time, I reckon. Excuse me. Yeah, did got snap your disc, Bingers. Yeah, absolutely. Or either that, we'll just snap his arm or something, with his legs or something, so he can't steer or use the pedals. You know, that's another option we've got. But yeah, now I was hoping for a second guy to come in the commentary booth, but I don't think Wyvernette is going to be able to make it. If anyone does want to jump in the commentary box, you are more than welcome. One for Pos. during Q1 I did see an interloper join the lobby, and I haven't seen him leave. Some Duff something or other, I think the gamer, Dull something or other, the gamer tag was, and I might have missed it, but I hadn't seen it on screen as him leaving. So there might be an interloper in the session, just to let you know. Okay, and that's for anyone else who's currently in the stream. Bob, if you can pass that message on to Pos, we might have an interloper in the lobby. I'm not sure. Okay, let's jump on board with Matt as he's on his outlap. Okay, Bob. Yeah, got that. So after the first one, we saw that sensational lap from Bingers. But then again, from second down to eighth, we're looking at 0.3 per second, guys. That's like 7 drivers, 0.3 between 7 drivers. It's so competitive out there. That was a good lap, wasn't it, by Dizzy? 16.9, very, very impressive. He's made the jump up to Division 3 for Division 1, and he's shown that he belongs. He definitely belongs. Right, here comes Matt on his fast flying lap. Going to be heavy on the brakes going into Rataphilia, which he is. Gets that inner apex right, and the second part of the apex, that's nicely done. Gets on the power nice and early. So he comes through Curva Grande, full power. Look at that, hugging that inside curb. You can actually gain a few 100th of a second because you've got a slight adverse camber on the track there, and you can use that. Oh, but he spun it on the entrance to the chicane. Wow, and he's in a bad position there as well. Towley's that's probably going to compromise Towley's lap, but Towley, thankfully, is on a outlap, not a flying lap. The commentator's curse strikes again there with Matt. Wow. I was just talking him up, and he goes and spins the bloody thing. Jesus. Alright, who is the lead car? Sykes coming through Lesmos, Apex is Curva Grande, Dizzy, Towley, Ralphs. It's Towley. Okay, Towley so far sat in 7th place, which is a quite low down the grid for Towley, but it's not because he's been driving slowly. I mean, a 19.6 is a very respectable lap, but I think he'll be looking to go a bit quicker than that. As he comes through the first part of chicane, gets on the power, full throttle now through Curva Grande. Sykes now on a flyer as well, as is Dizzy. Yeah, Dizzy's on a flyer as well. We'll just stay on board with Towley. Comes to the chicane. Nicely done using the curb there. Oh, his left front just picked up a little bit of gravel there. Hasn't seemed to have lost any grip though. Seems to have scrubbed up quite quickly. Through Lesmo 2. Get the power nice and early. DRS open. Bingley has gone even quicker. Ladies and gents, an 18.744 here, setting the benchmark. He knows he's not qualifying. He knows he's not going to be top 6, but that is just insane. An 18.744. 7 tenths faster than his championship rival. Let's see what Towley can do. Comes down towards Parabolica. This is certainly going to be in the 19s again, that's for sure. In the early 19s. 19.4, third fastest. Good lap from Towley. Oh, Matt's made a mistake. He is going to be dropping it. Right, here comes Sykes. Sykes 2 tenths up in his previous time, but he is nowhere near Binger's lap. This is going to have to just run a little bit on the curb there. Bit of grass. It's still looking quick from Sykes, but it's not going to be pole. 19.2 and a broken wheel. Wow. That is actually a disaster for Sykes because, correct me wrong, he will start in 10th place, won't he? Have I got that right? And also, I don't know if I'm supposed to screenshot that, but that I don't know. No. I don't know. Was that deliberate, Psych? I'm going to ask the question. Right, it's down to Skillum. We'll jump on board to Skillum. Oh, that's going to be an invalidation, I think, there. You lost the rear end, did you? Yeah, he was actually across the finish line, wasn't he? Yeah, so I think that's... Yeah. Skillen, 17.9. That's qualifying done and dusted. A bit of a damp squib ended to qualify. Of course, we're thrown out of sync really with Bingus getting that penalty earlier. Yeah, I thought he just put it in the wall for a laugh as well, I must admit. It was quite spectacular. Did Tally go again, or was he just on an in-lap? Just on the in-lap. Alright, so we're done and dusted. Sensational lap from Bingus though, an 18.7. Absolutely stunning. He will be starting in 6th though, with the 5-place grid penalty. Syke will start, I think, in... I don't know when Syke starts. Does he start 2nd, or will he start at the back of this train? Because it was after the line, wasn't it? Oh, fair enough. We'll find out in a second. Yeah, 5-place grid penalty. Apex 3rd, AJ 4th, Towley 5th, Matt 6th. It is looking really tight there, guys. Between 2nd and 7th, there's 6 cars, there's a couple of tenths. Dizzy, very respectable, and then we saw somebody else and somebody else. So I'm really intrigued to see where it all works out. But that's the times there anyway. Yep, Ralph in 7th, Dizzy in 8th. Skillen in 9th, Jimmo 10th, no time set. So I'm not entirely sure of the grid order. We'll find out in the formation lap. I'm just going to go for a quick break for a couple of seconds whilst the guys are doing their thing as well. I'm going to go and have a quick cigarette. Don't go away, ladies and gents. Alright, because we are about to go racing, I reckon, in about 4 or 5 minutes time. Okay, I'll just stick the intermission screen on for the minute and I'll see you folks real shortly. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's have some predictions in the chat for your race winner. We know who's going to be in amongst it tonight. Let's look at the chat. Oh, Jack's still trying to get in. We try and get in if you want, mate. Yeah. Okay, yep. Okay, right, so let's have some predictions. Right, Dan goes for Psych. Bingers for the win, says Bish. It's going to be an exciting race, though. High speed action here. Oh, I've left my drink out in the kitchen. Hang on, I'll be right back. Oh, man. Where are we at next week? Singapore, isn't it? Yeah, coming up. Right, let's give you the quick plug for next week. We've got Tuesday track trials, of course, at Singapore. That's coming up, fun enough, on Tuesday, around about 9 o'clock. I'm not sure whether I'm streaming it or Gaza B. But then we've got Performance League on Wednesday. And then Thursday we've got the GP3 race at Singapore, streamed by Positively Glad. Friday it is GP2. Now I won't be here next Friday. We're actually moving house next Friday. All the stress involved in moving house and all that lot. I probably won't have internet, so I'm going to take the night off. Pos will be streaming next Friday. I'm hoping to be back for the Sunday Division 1 race. It's all down to the internet connection. I've got to do some test streams because the internet connection at the new house is not as good as I'm used to. Bit concerned about the upload rates, so but I'm hoping to be back running by next Sunday, all going well. And yeah, Singapore, that's going to be an exciting week. Lots of crashes there, I reckon. There's should be some good racing, but the streets of Singapore, scary stuff. Right, we're just waiting for these guys to ready up. I think the interloper is no longer here. I think they got rid of him early on. Good, we left of his own accord. Hopefully so. Wibes, if you can get in, mate, get in now if you can. Be patient, Bob. So I'll give you a quick rundown of drivers again in no particular order. Towley, Sniper, A-Base, Jimmo, Psych, Ralph, AJ, Bingers, Max, Johnny B, Ben, Prime, Dizzy Barracuda, Fresh, Cookie, Apex, Matt, Bob, Pos, and Discreetly. Dan Pennells, I'm going to slap you. Do you know what? I only found out the internet was shit there about a week or two ago, and it's been bothering me. Because at the moment I've got 76 download and 20 upload. It's the upload that's important. The new place is 32 and 7. And it's going to be a stretch. I know I can stream almost certainly with 720, which is standard high def, but 1080p could be a stretch. I'm going to have to do some test streams because the bandwidth needed is around about 1080p streams at around about 6,000 bits per second, where standard 720 HD streams at about 4,000 bits a second. So 720 should hopefully be all right, but 1080 could be a push, particularly if anybody in the house is streaming, you know, watching Netflix or whatever. So yeah, I'll have to find out. Right, the countdown clock is ticking, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, let's get you back to the action of Monza. Looks like a dry start to the race. We'll just get you back on there. There we go. No, mate, it's not the providers. It's the line. It's fibre to the cabinet, but it's not the same cabinet as I'm used to, as we're currently in. So we're restricted literally by the copper line going into the house. All right, so Psych as expected, does take first place on the grid. That obviously that high-speed Jinx crash happened at the end, so that pushes Apex, AJ, Towley, and Matt up a place on the grid. Bingley will start on the 3rd row, but I don't think he'll be there for long. And that's no disrespect to the other drivers, but Bingley was just blistering in Q3. He was so 7/10 faster than anybody else. That was just a sensational 2 laps he did in Q3. So there we go. We're just about getting ready to get running. The guys just on the formation lap now, just trying to get some heat into those tyres, get some heat into the brakes as well, and then we'll get running. It just seems Jackie Cole's post in the Facebook page. It's that time of year again. F1 and alcohol. Absolutely. Alrighty, we're about to get going, ladies and gents. As the lead cars come round. Parabolica. Did I just see a flash of lightning on the screen there? Or is that just a graphics glitch? I thought I saw a flash of lightning. Are we going to see some rain? Stay tuned, this could be interesting. It could have been a graphics glitch, but oh no, it's raining. I think it's raining. I think it's raining, ladies and gentlemen. It is raining, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be going from slicks to wet, I reckon. Not too good. Oh well, this could make things very, very interesting. Right, those are the tyres. Kind of irrelevant. Right, here we go, ladies and gents. We are ready for start. Let's. Oh, Codemasters have not. Oh, there we go. Oh wow, this is going to be fun, 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 fun. It's 4 lights, it's 5 lights, and it's go, go, go in Monza! So Apex has got a great start. I think Apex is going to take the lead going into turn 1. The 2 Ferraris are drafting Syke as we come in towards Ratifilia. Car's gone wide there. Syke defending for all his life on the inside. I feel they're side by side. We're going to stay on board with this, but I think Apex has got the jump on Syke. He has. Let's scroll back through real quick to see if there's any. We've got the 2 McLarens are trying to make a sandwich out of Dizzy. Syke has got past. We've jumped back on board with the leader. Syke has managed to get past Apex, but Syke then gravels it. Right front rear of the gravel. That's going to allow Towley to have a run up the inside of Syke, and I think Towley takes 2nd place. Yes, he does. Great overtake from Towley even. And those 4 have already made a break from Skillen, who's already dropped back about 1.5 seconds, but he's got Bingley in close company. Let's keep an eye on Bingley. Let's keep our eye on Syke. Yellow flag sector 2. There's been an incident somewhere in sector 2. We'll have to jump back on that very, very shortly. The top 4 have already got away from the rest of the pack already. Did Pos have an incident? No, I don't think. No, it wasn't Pos. Towley has got past Apex going through towards Parabolica. Towley takes the lead. Wow! What a start! The top 4 all drafting each other now as we come up the start-finish straight. Syke is drafting. Apex is going to move to the... Is he going to have a move at the inside here under braking? Apex is already committed. They can't go. He's boxed in by Towley. Syke's going to go try and go the long way around through Ratifilia. I think he's going to get the move done. Yes, Syke moves up to 2nd, but Apex will draft him as they come through towards Curva Grande. Absolutely full on the throttle here, coming down towards the chicane. Syke plants his car quite nicely there. We'll get the good line going into the chicane. Oh, Syke there dropped away into the gravel. That's the 2nd time in a row he has done that. And Bingley, meanwhile, is all over the back of... Oh man, to the max. I think I've got a timing issue on my screen actually. I don't think it's quite right. Dan Panels, thank you for the 300 bits, dude. Just spotted that. Much obliged, buddy. Thanks for the support. It is raining. Wow. Let's get some tyre telemetry up and running there. But we think it's going to be interesting to see whether or not, or how quickly the track does wet up Are they going to have to go onto the intermediates, or will it stay dry? But there's definitely some lightning earlier, so that normally suggests heavy rain could be imminent. So about to find out. Sight with the fastest lap of the race, 1:24.1. He's drafting Towley up the main straight. Will he make a move here? Let's go on to TV pod mode. He feints to move to the outside, drops back in again. There's some juice already appearing there on the camera, which means the rain is coming. AJ's going to have a run here at JDP Apex. Has he got the power in that Ferrari to get past Apex? Apex planting his car middle of the track, switches to the inside, back to the middle again, blocking any move AJ might be able to make. AJ's trying to feint some moves there, trying to just make him panic. Meanwhile, Skillen has overshot the corner and I think should be given that position back, maybe? As we're watching it from Skillen's perspective, you've got Johnny B right behind him as well. In fact, I could do this onto every car basically. They're that bunched up at the moment. DRS, of course, is activated now. So Towley will be the, believe it or not, even though Towley's leading, he'll be the vulnerable car at the moment to come for Ascari. How quickly are they going to lose grip? Still, well, the confident. Oh, Syke again runs into the gravel there. That's each lap he has dropped at least one tyre into gravel. Bingley has got past Skillen. Thank you, Jackie. Much appreciated, dude. It is so tight in this little sort of mid-pack battle from 4th all the way down to, what, 9th place. Skillen and Bingers both have DRS, as has Johnny B. Syke is all over the back of Towley going into Rataphilia, but I think, and the rain is coming down heavier. The rain is definitely coming down heavier, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder... Oh, to the max has picked up a 5-second penalty. I think that's because, it's quite simply put, he has had quite a few extensions. Okay, Wibes, if you want to jump in the party should be open. Syke has got the lead off Towley. Has he held it? I think he has, you know. Yes! Syke takes the lead and they're all queuing up now. Of course, Towley is known for not liking the wet weather. As Wibernator joins the party.
Oh, mate.
Yeah. We're very good, mate. It is raining. They're on slicks at the moment, but it is raining and the rain is getting heavier. Bingley is up past AJ, coming up towards Ascari. Has Bingley's made the move? Yes, he has made that one stick. K77 Matt with a 3-second.
No, it hasn't gone well for me. It's kicked me off the game.
Oh, is it kicked you off the game already? Wow, okay. Okay. At the moment, mate, the lobby is quite stable. If you want to have one attempt to go in, and just saw Ralph having a look at Ben Prime there, going through Parabolica. Cookie is all over the back of Pause. They're side by side going at the start-finish straight. Who has got the pace there? I think Cookie's got the move done there. Evening Gaza. Towley, 10-second penalty corner cutting. Right. Oh, yes. Dizzy runs wide as well. AJ is off. It's getting too wet. They're going to have to switch over. It's Inter's times, ladies and gentlemen. AJ has gone from 5th all the way down to 14th place. As Jimmo goes flying past AJ as well. Let's jump back on board. We've got Pos making a move on Dizzy Barracuda. He's committed himself under the brakes. Can he make this one stick? It gives him... Oh, that's good driving by Pos. Gave him the room there, and he's got the drive out the corner as well. Sniper got 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flag. That's one of those stupid bloody Codemaster specials, isn't it? Let's jump back onto broadcast mode. I want to go through the leaders. Bingley's all over the back of Apex now. As they come up towards Ascari. Is Ascari going to claim any victims here as the rain comes down? Oh, Bingley's got a good drive out of there. He's going to be pressurising Apex all the way through there. And just stay on board with the long shot of this. We've got the Renault is drafting Ben Skillen there as well. Just taking a breath a second at the moment. Right, Bingers is drafting JDP Apex. Going to switch back to TV mode. Here comes Bingers around the outside. He's got DRS. Looks like it could be a done deal. We've just got to watch the brakes though because of the greasy track conditions. Bigley just about holds it. Gaza, stop spamming my channel with emotes. Sorry, it's the Nightbot. I'm going to take it off, I think, because it's been a bit too aggressive.
Yeah.
There we go.
Sorry, but I'm now giving this another go.
No, that's all right. I've timed out the Nightbot so you can actually put some comments in. You can spam the emojis for a little while, fellas. It's just the Nightbot's a bit of a pain in the arse at the moment. We've got AJ, Jimmo, and a base are in the pits. Fresh LP's come out. Ralph has come out, and Dizzy Barracuda. They've all come out. They've pitted. Here comes Johnny B on Apex. This is going to be brave going to Ascari. He's going to have to back off, surely. Oh my good lord, what's going to happen here? Ooh, he does back out. Apex runs across the green stuff. As they come around Parabolica. So far, Psych, though, is doing very well on the wet. Now, here comes Matt. He's having a look at Skillet. I've not seen DRS being deactivated. I might have missed it, but they're all coming in. They're all coming into the pits. Meanwhile, Ben Prime stays out. Cookie Chip, 5-second penalty speed in the pit lane. They're all coming in. Sniper's still out. No, Sniper now comes in. Is Dizzy carrying in? Right. Oh, Ben Prime has crossed. He's got a 5-second penalty. I think he's made a mistake. Yep. It was a brave call, but I wonder if it's going to be the wrong call. How much grip has he got left in those tyres? Are you alright there, Wibes? Are you okay, Wibes? He's not talking to me, but I can hear him in the background, huffing and puffing. Ben comes through Lesmo 1, but he is so tippy-toe through Lesmo 1, comes at Lesmo 2. The tricky one's going to be the Ascari Benz. The question is, how much time is he losing? Or, in fact, is he still gaining time? Wybernet has left the session. Jack, don't come back in, mate, because I don't want to destabilise the lobby, mate. Okay, Ben's managed to hold it together. Oh well, so that was my commentator. It lasted about, oh no, what, 45 seconds? You're absolutely right, Scotty. Right, Ben's going to come into the pits. Psych then will retake the lead. There's a bit of a gamble by Ben. I don't think it's worked. I'd just be interested to see how far down the pack he comes in. Apex, meanwhile, is all over the... Well, he's having a right back with Johnny B there. Johnny B's car's lagging a little bit. Psych has already opened up a sizable gap already. Here comes Apex on Johnny B. This looks like it could be a straightforward overtake coming down the start from the straight, as long as he doesn't overcook the brakes. We'll just watch it from Johnny B's perspective. Apex staying defensive going into Ratifilier. Has had to go in very, very deep, but manages just about to hold it. Meanwhile, Bingers has moved up to second place. Sorry guys, I missed that. I was on board with the Apex Johnny B fight, but Bingers moves up to second place. I mean, Towley is a fantastic driver. There's no denying that at all. We've known it for a long time, but he'll be the first to admit he does not like the wet. It's not his favourite. Oh, Sector 3, is that Apex gone off? Nope. He's dropped some positions though. There was yellow flags in Sector 3. Couldn't work out who it was, ladies and gents. Let's jump on board with eggs. I think it was a good move, but I think he made a mistake before that, mate. At a base takes a 3-second penalty. Good drive out of Ascari. He's going to breeze past Ralph. Yeah. Wow, that just shows how going through a corner can, optimum line, optimum pace can make so much difference. Apex makes his way back up into 7th place. Ralph is going to drop behind Skillens now all over the back of Ralph as well. Visibility's looking tricky. Looking a bit further down the field, the two Irishmen are having a ding-dong as well, Sniper and AJ. I think AJ's got that move done. Cookie Chip will move back up the grid. Has just got past Johnny B going to Ratifilian, holds the inside line. Nicely done by Cookie Chip. Looking for big points for Alfa Romeo. Sniper's all over the back of Pos. In fact, no, Pos has got past him, sorry, but they're swapping places here. Sniper and Pos. Oh, Pos has a bit of a mistake. He's ran wide. He's taken some pain there. Ben Prime on Dizzy Barracuda. Dizzy Barracuda's off in the gravel! Disaster! He's going to have to let Discreetly through. Will he have to let AJ through as well? Yes, he does. Oh, that's cost him so bad. He's staying off the track, which is the right thing to do, but he's taken some serious pain for that, ladies and gentlemen. But you've got to give him a bit of firm handshakes in the chat, because he could have just rejoined the track, but no, he knows what racecraft is about. He waited, he let the guys through. That's going to allow Pos to have a run. This is a brave move by Pos, running on the curb there. I think Pos has got the move done. What a great move by Positively Glad. Hardly had any track to work with in the wet, but he made it count. But Dizzy's going to get a good line drive through Ascari. This is not over yet. Going to stay on board with this one momentarily. I think we will jump back off now, go on to Skillen. In fact, no, we'll go back onto this battle. And Jimmo's getting interested in this battle as well. Apex 3-second penalty. Action up and down the field, ladies and gents. I will go back up to the leaders very, very shortly. Jack, I don't want him to rejoin the session because it's just going to cause lag issues. Right, Apex is going to have a run at Matt. Sniper, 5-second penalty for corner cutting. Oh, Matt's back end stepped out. What a great move by Apex. That was amazingly quick reactions, and he's going to make a place there. Yeah, Apex moves up into 6th place. Brilliant reactions. Matt just dropped a little bit in the second chicane there. Apex, without a thought, dived, switched. Well, I'd say dived. He switched angles and managed to hold it. That was a fantastic move. Dan, you are right. Apex is flying in the wet. Hopefully not flying off the track though. He's certainly showing some brave driving. Look at that through Ascari, aggressively through Ascari, considering he has got intermediates on. To the max, and Skillen and Ralph. No to the max tonight. Woof. Skillen goes through, takes 8th place off Ralph. Yeah, I concur, Gaz. That was great reactions. That was the word I was looking for. Great reactions. Right, Ralph's got a run here at Skillen. Is he going to try and do something under braking here? Skillen goes defensive. Ralph's going to have to get on the anchors pretty damn quick. There's a bit of a train developing here. Johnny B, 5-second penalty. In fact, Johnny B is the front of this train by the looks of it. Let's switch it back onto TV broadcast mode momentarily. 3-second penalty there for Ben Prime. Cycle's extended his lead at the front now to 6 seconds. Dizzy Barracuda and Jimmo. Oh, Jimmo's had to do the runoff. He's gone for the runoff area. Rejoins the track again. No penalty there. Good thinking from Jimmo. Otherwise, that would have been a slam dunk 10-second penalty if he hadn't have gone through the runoff area. We'll give you a quick rundown now, very, very quickly. That's our race leader, Syke Zaney, doing a superlative job at the moment in the wets. The gap just a smidgen under 6 seconds from Bingley in 2nd place. Bingley, since he overtaken Towley, has now opened up a 2.5-second gap over Towley, who's in 3rd. Cookie Chip in 4th place. Johnny B in 5th. Apex, who is absolutely flying in the wet, in 6th place. Matt in 7th. Skillen 8th. Ralph 9th. And then Bob makes up the final 10th place slot. Let's just go back into TV pod mode again as they come flying up the start finish straight. Let's see if Skillen is pretty close to Matt. No DRS, of course. I was trying to look around the side for Skillen. I was like, can I see you? I can't see around there. Oh, now Matt. Did Skillen get a better drive? He's going to be close to Matt now. He's going to have to hang it around the outside of Cover Grande. Yes, he does. He gets fantastic drive. Ben Prime, another 3-second penalty. I wonder if Skills though is running on medium and Matt's running on no assists. I'm not sure because he seemed to get much better traction out of that corner. But Matt's going to have a run at him here, is he? No, he's off a fraction. Yeah, don't rejoin, Wibes. Don't rejoin. We're already nearly halfway through, ladies and gents. This has gone flyingly fast, if that's such an expression. As Matt comes to Ascari following these cars, as I said, it's a bit of a train from Johnny B. Johnny B, though, I think has got past Cookie. Cookie's made a mistake in Ascari, and Johnny B moves up. Will go onto broadcast mode. As you can see, the train of cars coming down the back straight towards Parabolica. Sykes extending his lead. JDP has got past Cookie Chip. Cookie Chip's made a mistake, as you can see, it has ran wide, and that's allowed both JDP, Apex and Matt to come through. Cookie's trying to fight back there against Skillen. He's got some good drive there in the Alpha. Is he going to have to back off, though? As they're side by side going into Ratafia. I think Skillen's going to get the high ground there as long as he doesn't overcook the brakes. Cookie, though, is hanging it in there for all he's worth, but I think, oh my goodness, man, and Matt's really interested in this one as well. What a battle here, what a tussle, in the wet as well. That is top bollocks driving, I'm telling you. I don't care what league you're in, you don't get any better than this, I'm telling you. And Skillen goes up the inside of Cookie again. These two are just scrapping for position. Oh, we've got a Toro's one now. Who was that? Was that Skillen? Skillen ran over. I think he's going to might have to yield a position there. Fresh LP picks up a 3-second penalty. Matt goes around the outside of Cookie Chip. He makes a mistake. Cookie's struggling a little bit, and now Ralph's very interested in Cookie as well. Cookie is lagging. He saw the X there on the screen. That means he is losing connection. I wonder if he's going to get booted soon from the session. Jump on board of Apex, though. He is very close to Johnny B. Apex is showing some serious pace here in the wet. But Johnny did get a good exit there out of Parabolica. No DRS, of course. This is straight line speed and grip. Apex trying to work out where his braking point is going to be for turn 1. He just moves to the side there just to give himself a bit of a better view there. But he's going to just have to sit behind him for the moment. Try and get a good drive here out of Ratafia. But I think Johnny's just about got him covered off here. Up towards Curva Grande. Be interesting to see, of course, it's a high-speed track, even the wet, how long those intermediates last. They almost, I imagine they'll have to make at least one more stop. I don't know if these inters will go to the end. Guys in the chat who've raced in the wet, what's your thoughts? Will they have to do another pit stop? Bob the Builder has got past Ralph. Ralph's made a mistake. He has made a mistake. He's dropped 2 seconds off Cookie. Good evening, Shrews. Apex is again still all over the back of Johnny B. We'll jump back on this action, but see, Apex is very confident in the wet, very aggressive. He's absolutely pushing the car to the limits here, considering we've got some pretty dicey track conditions. Coming down towards Parabolica now. He wants to get a good tidy entrance and exit here, and then maybe have a run at Johnny B. Of course, no DRS, so he's going to have to get quite close. Sniper another penalty. Just a tad. Now, Apex looks a bit close this time. I think he's going to have to commit himself to the move here, and he does under braking. Let's look at it from Johnny B's perspective. Has he out-cooked himself? No, I think he's going to get the job done, and that is a brave move and a great move from JDP Apex. Moves himself up into 4th place, and has now got a bit of clear air. Keep an eye on that gap. 5.9 seconds between Apex and Towley. Have a quick look through. There's Skillen keeping a watching brief on Johnny B there in 6th. Matt also just behind Skillen. Cookie Chips just dropped off a little bit, so made that mistake on the I think it was the previous lap or the lap before. And another bit of a wobble there as well from Cookie. Not liking these wet conditions. It was a dry start, Shrews, yes. They've got Bob the Builder there in the McLaren, the Mercedes in 9th. He's got Ralph in 10th. Ralph made a mistake, lost a couple of places on the previous lap. Ben Prime in 11th. Ben, of course, stayed out the extra lap before pitting. It did cost him. It was brave of him to do it, but I think it was probably the the wrong call at this time. Discreetly sat in 12th, 8 tenths behind Ben. Dan, yeah, I agree. Apex has been flying so far, but what about Syke? He's opened up a 7-second gap now. Ralph's got past Bob the Builder, coming down towards the back, straight towards Parabolica. Let's see if Bob can try and recover that position. He is going to be pretty close to Bob, to Ralph. Let's jump on board with the TV pod mode. Towley picks up a 3-second penalty. Here is Bob. Can he get clear? I think Ralph is going to stay ahead here. Ooh, massive downshifting in there from Bob to try and find the traction to get through there. Rataphilia. Let's go a bit further down. We've got AJ, who had that great start and then lost it in the very tricky changeover lap. Was still on the slicks. Went off at turn 1 at Rataphilia, as did 2 or 3 cars. Sniper is currently sat in 14th. Poz in 15th, and Poz has got Dizzy Barracuda all over him. Well, what's that going through Curva Grande? Poz taking the inside line there through Curva Grande, which is the right line, the racing line. Can Dizzy have a look here? No, I don't think he's quite close enough. Bingley picks up a 3-second penalty. Oh, Poz's back end steps out there. Oh, man, my eye. Actually pretty painful. Oh, Poz and Dizzy Barracuda have made contact. Oh, Poz has been spun round. That's disastrous. Oh dear. What was Dizzy doing? He looked like he was going backwards for a minute then. Oh, Poz has completely lost it. He cannot get back onto that track. He's going to have to let these cars through. That's going to drop him down to dead last. He is going to be fuming. Not his fault there. It looks like Dizzy just ran into the back of him there. T-boned the car, spun it round. And Poz is going to be like, you bastards. Ralph comes into the pits. Now, is this a wing change or just a straightforward tyre change? We'll just stay on board just to see what the situation is with Ralph. And just to compound it all, Poz picks the 3-second penalty. Now, straightforward set of inters going on. AJ's also in the pits. Johnny B is all over the back of Skillam. In fact, I must have missed a move there because Skillam must have passed Johnny Bravo. Because Johnny Bravo was recently passed by Apex. Yeah, I think in that situation, the wet Dizzy's just got to carry on. There's no point in stopping to let somebody go. You know, that's what he did, but I don't think it's the right call because you've got traffic behind and it's in the wets. And as Scott has just said, it didn't look like it was Dizzy's fault. Or did he? No, I think he did. I think didn't he run to the back of Poz? I don't know. I don't know. It all happened so quickly. And the thing is, you know, those kind of things, you've really got to call them racing incidents anyway because the track conditions are just so poor at the moment. Matt's all over the back of Johnny Bravo. We'll jump on board with Matt. Let's see if Matt can make a move. He's got a good line through Parabolica, getting good traction through. He looks like he could be close enough. Here comes Matt. Looks like he's going to make a move. Johnny's gone defensive, but Matt's going to carry the overspeed into the corner. We'll just jump on board with Johnny B's car. Johnny's going to try and hang it in there. Is he? No, he can't. Good move by Matt. Safely up into 6th place there. Some very, very good racing by some of these guys now. Syke is our race leader currently, though. With 9 laps to go, Dizzy picks up a 3-second penalty. The gap's 7.1 seconds. He's controlling this race now. As he comes to Ascari. I think that's back mark he's coming up to. Cookie Chip is all over the back of Johnny B. We'll just quickly jump on that a minute. As these guys come through. There's a Lesbo 2, I think it is. Yeah, that's where they are. Oh, Cookie Chips, look at the straight line speed. He's going to have a run at Johnny Bravo going to Ascari. I think he is under the braking. Yeah, he's last of the lane. Oh, there's contact, there's contact. There was a contact between the 2 cars there. You saw the thud on the screen. Now, did Johnny get any damage there? Looks like he got away. There was definitely a contact there. But Cookie is up into 7th place, ladies and gents. Just stay on board with Johnny B. Just keep an eye on this. The gap between first and second, 7.2 seconds. Tally is 8 seconds behind Bingers. JDP, the gap between JDP and Tally staying pretty static. I see it was 5.9 when he apexed in his overtake. It's now 5.79. It has come down by a tenth, but nothing too much. Bob the Builder has left the session. Rich says, doesn't get why Tally had a 10th. I think, I didn't see it, but I'm presuming it's because he ran off, it was that he missed the runoff on turn 1, I think. I could be wrong. It was at turn, I'm pretty sure it was turn 1, Ratafedia. Meanwhile, Matt's pretty close behind Skillen at the moment. I'm just wondering whether these guys have to switch over to full wets because the rain is coming down heavier and heavier. Discreetly is all over the back of Ben Prime. Those two have actually been quite close. In fact, Discreetly's just made a mistake by the looks of it. It's just lost 2 seconds. Oh, fucking eye. Sorry, I've got a eye infection and my eyes all swollen up and it's very, very uncomfortable. Oh, man. Right, what have we got then? 7 laps to go, including the lap that we're on at the moment. Syke is increasing his lead. 7.8 seconds from Bingers. Tally in 3rd. Apex 4th. Skillen 5th. Matt in 6th, who's just holding station. Cookie in 7th. Johnny B in 8th. Bob the Builder in 9th. Now, did Bob get back in his car, or is he no, he's AI mode at the moment? That's a shame. Hopefully he can get back into the lobby. Ben Prime in 10th, Discreetly 11th, Sniper 12th, Ralph 13th, Jimmo 14th, A-Base 15th, AJ 16th, Fresh 17th. Bob's AI takes him into the pits. Dizzy 19th and Poz in 20th. Sorry, in 19th. I can't even count. I can't see and I can't count. Do you know what? Somebody just shoot me. So that moves Ralph up into 12th place at the moment. Matt picks up his penalty for, I'd imagine that's track extending. Oh, excuse me. Oh man, so Bob says his internet has gone. Twice. There's an echo in here. Right, what I'd suggest, Bob, if you're on data, don't rejoin the session, mate. Just a genuine bit of advice there. I've seen it happen before. It's created carnage in the lobby. Oh, Cookie ran very... Was that Cookie? I think it was Cookie. Ran very wide coming for Ascari. Meanwhile, further down the field at base is quite close behind... Oh, excuse me, behind Jimmo. Oh dear. The race seems to have settled down a little bit, although Matt is still back with Skill, and that's going to be the closest battle on track, so we'll jump on board with that particular battle as they come through turn 1. Cheers to the 20 trues, much appreciated, dude. Always nice to see you supporting the stream. Thank you. Excuse me. So, 6 laps to go, including the 1. Nothing's really changed at the moment. They're all sort of holding station at the moment. Matt and Skillen's pretty close battle, as is A-Base and Jimmo for the minor placings. Let's have a quick look. Fastest lap of the race so far. Of course, that was set earlier on the slicks. It's set currently Skillen at the moment, the 24-1. I doubt if that will be beaten, so that could be it. Yeah, cheers, Chris. That could put it... There could be some tidy points there for Skillen. That's the overall gap times, as you can see. Poz, I think, is in danger, if not ready of being lapped, actually. In fact, yeah, that's Syke behind him. So Poz is getting blue flags. Oh, that's not good, as he lets Syke through. That is very, very disconcerting to see. Bingley's in the pits to make his stop now. Will Syke try and extend this to the end then on that set of tyres? With 5 laps to go. Just have a quick look at Binger's car. Has he come out of the pits? Okay. I just checked to see. I just wanted in case he had any wing damage or anything, but no. It just looks like a stand to stop. Right, Matt is ever so close to Skillens. They come around Curva Grande, side by side. Who's got the balls here? I think Skillens just about got him covered off there. These two have been battling for quite a bit of time. I'm just wondering if the leaders, though, will actually try and just do this one set of inters. They're going to be pretty cooked and pretty warm, though, by the end, that's for sure. It's a bit of a gamble by Bingers, but if he then again, if the tyre wear is that high, then he's had to do it. As we're staying on board with Matt, though, is he's having a really good battle with Skillen as they come down the yeah, I mean, I tend to agree with you, Dan, actually, because he's almost within that window to get a free pit stop over Towley, and he'd be pretty confident, I think, of passing Towley. But if his tyres are good, then there's no point in pitting. Only Cycle will know that. 5 laps to go, including the lap they're on, ladies and gents. It's a little bit sort of quiet at the moment, but I still think there's time. There is time for things to happen. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I agree, Dan. Dan, for those of you who are watching the race but not actually in chat, Dan's saying that you know, it will Psych pit, and if he did, it would be cool. It'd be cool if we had more info. Yeah, we don't have that kind of telemetry, unfortunately. Codemasters, well, they can't even get a fucking game right, let alone get telemetry right. I mean, come on, we're not asking for miracles here. You know what I mean? Ralph is all over the back of Sniper. They're battling here, going down through Curva Grande. This is McLaren versus Renault. I think McLaren's got the job done, coming down to second chicane. Indeed, good move there by Ralph. Moves himself up into 11th. You'll be hoping that Discreetly has an incident or something so we can get into the points. Meanwhile, a base is still stuck behind Jimmo there, as you can see. Craigie 101. I don't know why you're joining. You are a good racer. I've raced against you before in XRL, but this is RRF1, so sorry. Matt is getting ever so close to the Skillen, and Craigie has left the session. Okay, now Matt's going to have a run here. Let's go on to TV pod mode. Yes, look at the overspeed there. Skillen's going to try and hang it, though, around the outside, try and hold position, which he does. They give each other room. They're side by side going through Ratafini, but I think Matt's got the better drive. Matt moves up to 4th place. A good overtake. He's been threatening that for a number of laps now and has got the move done. Meanwhile, Bingers is all over the back of Cookie Chip. We'll jump on board with Bingers. This is a really good battle. It's hotting up here. Bingers on fresh inters, looking to really blitz it from the field. You do wonder whether he's made a possible tactical error, but of course we don't know the situation with his tyres. His tyres might have been absolutely screwed, so we don't know. As Dan said, we don't know about that. But here comes Bingers. Thanks for the bits again, Dan. Another cheeky little 100 bits. Thanks for supporting the stream, mate. Much appreciated. Cookie goes defensive on the inside, coming up towards Ascari. Bingers, all Bingers can do is just sit in behind him and bide his time. Good drive though there for Ascari by both Bingers and Cookie. Meanwhile, Skillen is not giving up that position on Matt, as you can see the two cars just in front of them there. Bingley's going to go late on the brakes of the parabolic and slips in beside Cookie again. We'll try and have a run here at the start-finish straight. Track conditions are appalling at the moment, as you can see, ladies and gents. Bingers though, it should have him now. Cookie is going to go defensive. Bingers goes to the inside there. You'd think he's going to get this move done. Cookie is trying everything he can. Bingers has got more grip. Cookie's trying to hang it in there, but he's going to have to... Oh, yes, he has to just yield there. Bingers did give the room. Bingers moves back up to 6th place. Can now start thinking about hunting down Max and Matt with 3 laps to go, ladies and gents, including the lap they're on. Some great battling here. I think this battle there for 6 is done and dusted. It's now whether or not Bingers can potentially get himself back into a podium. That's what he's going to be looking at. He is going to be by far the fastest guy on the track at the moment with fresh intermediate tyres on. He could still get 3rd place. He's running out of laps, but it's not impossible. Meanwhile, Syke has driven an outstanding race. He is now 21 seconds clear in the lead. But Towley, you've got to take your hat off to Towley. He doesn't like the wet. He hasn't pitted. He hasn't changed his inters over and has kept going. Apex is third row, I think. Dan. Right, here comes Bingers on Matt. He's running out of time now. He's also yellow fuel as well. He's going to have to run lean at some stage. He's looking to make a move on Max now. He thinks there's going to be job done here. Now he's going to move to he's going to switch to the inside, the outside. Skill and not making it easy for him. Has he got the straight line speed though? He's got to watch out for Matt, who's going to be like a... Oh, he's had to go so late on the brakes there as Bingers. Has he got the move done? I think he has. Brilliant move late on the brakes there from Bingers on the penultimate lap. That was a really, really ballsy move, and he's got the job done. Well done, Bingers. That was a quality move. He's done some good. There's been some fantastic racing in the wet, ladies and gents. You've got to say it. Oh, Gaz Burgess, thank you for the 100 bits, mate. As ever, thank you for supporting the stream, mate. Much appreciated, dude. Bingers he's so aggressive at the moment. He is really motoring on those tyres. He can sense a podium still. Meanwhile, we'll go back and finally a base has finally cleared Jimmo, and then makes a mistake and drops down 2 places. Oh dear, a base, unlucky dude. Wybernator with the 95 bits. Thank you so much, appreciate it, dude. Sorry you got screwed over by getting into the commentary booth, mate, but at least you tried. Thanks, buddy. But here we go then. Sykes already on his last lap. He's so far ahead. Oh, look at this battling though here. What can Bingers do? Can he get them both? Could he go for a double overtake? This would be the move of the season if he can. He can still sense that podium. Matt's there though, making a move on Apex. Have to stay on board with Bingers. He's got a bird's eye view of this battle. Will they take each other out just for Bingers? Oh, Apex goes late in the brakes. He's going to have to back off there. Bingers is going to get through, I think. Oh, Apex. Yeah, he went too late on the brakes. Bingers is up to 4th. Can he take out Matt and get that podium? Wow. Unlucky for JDP there. And he's now got Skillen all over the back of him, going up towards the second chicane. Skillen's gone late on the brakes. Oh, he's going to have... Oh, he's been... No, there was no clunk. But Apex had the high ground there. Woof! What a battling here towards the end. Bingers is all over the back. Where is Syke? Syke is coming up to Parabolica. We will jump back on that in a moment as there's Bingers and Matt. Oh, surely Bingers has got him now. Sorry, Syke, we have to stay on this battle. We're going to have to. Syke takes victory! Brilliant win there for Syke. Oh, here comes Bingers. He is so close. Oh, he pushes Matt through through the last bit of a scory. Wow. Towley's going to take 2nd place as he comes around Parabolica. Great drive by Towley, but this is the battle still for 3rd. Can Bingley do it? Matt seems to be just about holding him off. Bingers is trying everything. A bit of an oversteer there as he gets on the throttle a bit too early. This is so close. Great 2nd place for Towley. Matt takes 3rd. But Apex takes 3rd. Apex takes the podium or penalty countback. Oh my goodness me, it's all happened. Bingley takes 2nd. Apex takes 3rd. Towley, with that 10-second penalty, has lost his podium, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, that is a nightmare. Wow. The penalty countback has really, really hurt people. Wow. But there we go. Syke takes the win by 33 seconds. Bingley takes 2nd. Apex takes 3rd. Those are your podium finishes, guys. Towley 4th. A great drive. Really unlucky. Matt 5th. Skillen in 6th. And AJ has come across the line minus a wheel. Did he cross the finish line? No, he didn't. He didn't. Oh, AJ. Disaster. Disaster for AJ. Oh man, man, what a race! I'll give you the full rundown. AJ smashed it up going over the finish line, and the game has said tough shit. Oh no 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 no! Oh, I'll give you the rundown in a minute. Scotty, it all depends on the nature of the penalty, whether he did a genuine corner cut on turn 1. I went flying through. It was the switchover, I think. He was still on the slicks and it was raining. I'd have to talk to him about that one, I'm not sure. But that's your classified, ladies and gentlemen, coming up very shortly. There you go. Psych Zaney takes a fantastic win, a really, really good win. Binger's second place. JDP Apex gets a podium third. Towley fourth. Matt fifth. Max sixth. Cookie Chip seventh, excuse me. Discreetly eighth. Ben Prime ninth. Johnny B 10th. All good points finishes there. Routfin 11th. Sniper 12th. Dizzy 13th. Bob the Builder AI 14th. A-Base 15th. Jimmo 16th, Fresh 17th, and then there's a DNF for AJ, but he finishes 18th. Pos was lapped, but still kept on going to the finish, which is always good to see. But congratulations to everybody who has actually finished. Woof! What a race, ladies and gentlemen. That was an absolute belter. I'm actually just for... just going to take a screenshot of that. Oh, will it let me? Yeah, it will. With the penalties, just so they can have a look at tallies, just in case any action needs to be taken there. Oh, not going to leave the session yet. But why is it doing that? Oh, I don't know. Anyways, we're just going to wait for the guys to come and jump into party. Hopefully soon it is joinable, so they can come and say hello, and we can have a little chat with the podium finishes. But what a race that was, considering you saw an absolute ton of overtaking in the wet. Wow, what can I say? That was an absolutely outstanding race. Here comes Syke. Syke's coming in to say hello, and we've got Bingers and Apex to come in through as well. Here comes Bingers, and we'll just wait to see if Apex comes into the party. Yes, there he comes. Well, what a race that was. That was an absolute stunner, considering we had such tricky track conditions. Congratulations, Psych, man. That was an absolutely superlative drive. You were battling for the lead earlier on. Obviously, you got the pole with Bingers' grid penalty, which I'll be asking you about to find out what happened there. But what a fantastic drive, and he led from start to finish and just blew the pack away. How are you feeling, dude?
Okay. I knew if I could just keep it on the road in the wet, I should be strong. I think I gained a couple of seconds at the exit of the pit lane with everyone coming in and out. But yeah, I just controlled the race, didn't stress the tyres out enough, managed to get them to the end. So yeah, pretty easy drive in the end.
How worn were your tyres? Because we noticed Bingers obviously pitted about 5 laps from the end. Were yours okay?
I think when I crossed the line, my rears was 70 and 66.
Okay, so you had a little bit left, probably another couple of laps, I reckon. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was a great drive. I do have to ask the question: what happened? What was the incident in qualifying? Because I didn't see it. It just came up on the screen about a severe collision and grid penalty.
We were entering the pit side by side. We didn't touch each other, but the game gave Bingley a penalty.
Ah, it's a Codemaster special. Oh man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Man, that sucks when that happens. And a spectacular crash also at the end of Q3, just after the finish line. That was brilliant. That was a very...
Yeah, I thought I had crossed the line, and it turns out I didn't.
Oh.
So I kind of just hit the wall, then across the line.
Yeah, AJ did the same at the end, but unfortunately the game punished him, and he went down from about 12th to 19th. He lost the wheels, he crossed the finish line. But no, great drive. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to very quickly get the league tables up, just so I can let you know where you guys are at the moment. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, is there anything else you'd like to say, by the way, just whilst I'm ad-libbing and going through this?
Not really.
No, not really. Okay,
Just
that's fair
GG to
enough.
everyone who managed to finish. I think if we count AJ's cross the line, because he did, everyone finished.
Yeah, that was good to see. Even Paz, you know, he had that disaster. He had an incident with Dizzy Barracuda, but still kept going, which is always good to see. But that puts you now on to 277, I believe. Bingers will be on 2:59. So you got an 18-point gap at the start of the finish. What the fuck am I talking about? At the top of the leaderboard. So moving on to Singapore next week. What are your thoughts around there?
I haven't really done any driving around there. I must have done like 10 laps overall, but
Okay.
it's all about managing the tyre temps around there. So it should be an interesting race. Whoever gets pole is probably going to be winning the race unless they lose it due to penalties.
All right, well, congratulations, mate. An absolutely deserved win. 25 points in the bag. Well done.
Thanks.
Okay, moving on to second place, and then what an entertaining drive that Binga's put on for us. Great qualifying, blistering speed, setting some unbelievable laps. Then we saw, well, we didn't see, but we heard about the glitch in the pits, and then we saw a late pit stop, and then some amazing overtakes in the wet. Bingas, tell us all about it.
Yeah, I knew my pace was going to be good in the dry. I mean, just with my qualifying laps, I knew I was going to have good pace. As soon as I got that penalty, I knew I lost the race. Simple as that. Obviously, the rain, I knew I was going to struggle with that because I knew I didn't have the setup for the rain, so I knew I was going to be kind of slow with that. It was just terrible on the tyre where I had nothing coming over. So I had to just pit, and I just had to try and get back up to the podium because was it about 7 seconds was in front?
Yeah.
When I was behind him, there's no chance of me catching him, so I didn't even bother trying to catch him. And then it was just quite a frustrating race.
Well, it actually worked out quite well in the when you made that stop around about lap 22, lap 21, 22. Obviously, it dropped down to about what I think it was it 6th place or around about that mark. And I was surmising in the commentary booth whether or not it was a tactical one or whether your tyres were knackered and you need the change of tyres, which obviously
I wouldn't
that was
have made
the
it
case.
to the end. I had no choice.
Yeah,
It's just I've never had the setup so bad. I don't know what was so wrong with it.
but the thing is, you got the positions back.
Right.
No, I mean, all right, you were helped at the end with the penalties, but you got the points back anyway. So, I mean, some of the overtaking was
I
breathtaking.
was really confident I was gonna be able to get the win today, but I mean the points are back up to 18 now, unfortunately. And in Singapore ain't going to be good. Never has been. So I'm expecting the points to be even further then. So.
Okay. I've got to ask a question actually, because you guys probably had a view on this. We saw Towley get a 10-second penalty. Did he run over? Was it turn one? He ran over it or something, or was it a spurious, a dodgy penalty? Any ideas on that one?
He missed turn 1, went down the escape road, and it still gave him the penalty.
Right. I mean, I'll have to speak to the powers that be. Is that something that there's grounds for it to be removed, or what? I mean, I don't know.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
But did he definitely take the escape route correctly? Yeah. From what you saw.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to put that to the stewards, just so you know. Obviously, we'll keep the positions as they are for the minute, but I will have to mention that to the stewards to see what they say about that. But anyway, congratulations, you two. Great drives, deserved points. Our championship leaders, showing why they're championship leaders, basically. But now, moving on to third place. Many people said drive of the day in the chat, and you did have a superb drive. You were absolutely flying in the wet. You made a little mistake towards the end, which is unfortunate, but you still got your podium. Congratulations, Apex, and tell us about your race.
I don't really know, in all honesty. I was surprised to be on the front row with Psych, and then I just thought, I'll see what I can do from this, and tried to stick with them all. I was just like, that was the plan. I just wanted to try and stick with people. I didn't want to just fall backwards. And thankfully, the rain started up, which I'm actually quite good in the rain. So I was able to then keep where I was. Made a slight mistake in the second chicane. Lost a couple of positions, but went back up past people with that. And then tried to keep up with Towley. And I stayed there. Thankfully, due to penalties, I got the third.
Yeah, well, you certainly had a bit between the teeth there, because I saw you on the timing screen. You lost a couple of positions. Second chicane, I think it was, wasn't it? But you got those positions back with some really feisty, not overly aggressive, just feisty, ballsy overtakes. You did one on Matt coming out the second chicane. Match went a little bit deep. I think he just dropped his left rear into the gravel, and it was split-second reaction from you. Just moved out, went straight through him towards Lesmo 1, and that was a couple of guys said in the chat that was an amazing move because you had no time to even think about it. You know,
it was more like just trying to avoid him. I didn't want to punt him, really. That was what I was trying to aim to do.
But great reactions. I mean, what a drive that was. I take it as just, well, you've kind of given the game away. I was going to ask you about how you feel about driving in the wet, but you've already said you do enjoy driving in the wet. How tricky was it out there, though, considering Monza's traditionally a very fast track?
It wasn't that bad. It was more that when you go into the high speed braking zone, so the first and second chicane, that was the main problems.
Okay.
Ascari wasn't even that bad for me. I didn't mind going around Ascari. So it was mainly the 2 chicanes where it was just like you got to try and get the car stopped, and if you aren't, you just got to slide it a bit. The best way to do it without avoiding all the curbs, because that's apparently then.
Okay. And very briefly, your thoughts on next week, Singapore?
Yeah, I don't mind Singapore actually. As long as I stick out the wall, I should be alright.
Yeah, that's the watchword, isn't it? Got to keep it out the wall there. Yeah,
yeah.
It's,
I don't mind it. So
it's a very unforgiving circuit. But congratulations, though, Apex, on your third, a deserved third, I thought actually, because say you were driving the day with some great overtakes. So well done.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gents. Well, that just about wraps it up for this week, and it's been an absolutely remarkable week again in RRF1. We saw a great race on Thursday night. We saw the potpourri clusterfuck on Friday, as I'm calling it, with everything, including the kitchen sink thrown in. What an entertaining race that was! And tonight, as you saw, the Division 1 Superstars put on a clinic. The stream title was Mastering Monza, and they certainly did. So congratulations to all the guys who took part and finished the race tonight. Well done. So that just about wraps it up for the week now. We move on to Singapore next week. Tuesday track trials as usual. Performance League is on Wednesday. Where are we, gentlemen, on Wednesday? Do we know?
Canada.
Canada, there we are. Canada, of course, the Performance League on Wednesday. Poz will be back for the GP3 stream on Thursday, and he will also, as I mentioned earlier, be doing the GP2 stream as I'm moving house on Friday. A CSR on Saturday, and then hopefully I'll be back online for Sunday. If not, there will be a guest streamer for next Sunday. But thank you, everybody, for watching. Cheers for the little donations, as always. Thanks. It's always nice for you guys supporting the stream. Thank you so much. And good banter in the chat, lots of good analytical chat as well. So thanks to everybody who took part in the chat. And that's just about it. We'll see you next week. But for now, it's goodbye.